Bouillabaisse de Marseille. Where's it, Saint-Tropez? Who cares? It's delicious. Bon appétit.
Bonsoir, bon appétit. Oh my gosh. I'm making actually my favorite dish of all time. Bouillabaisse. Famous from the south of France. It's really traditionally just left, the fishermen would go out and it was leftover fish, leftover whatever, mussels or clams or lagostines, which are like small lobsters, or shrimp or whatever. And they would make this beautiful tomato sauce meal, and traditionally served with Rouille. So we're going to start with the Rouille. I'm going to make that bouillabaisse for you. And I'm making it with tiger shrimp today. And listen, you could go to the store, you could throw lobster, you could crabs, you could throw whatever, but you must have firm fish, which we have. But today we're doing tigers and dungaree. Look at these, dungaree claws. All right, so the first thing you're going to do, and by the way, check my ingredients list for what you need, because it's a few ingredients. And use your imagination when you're doing this. But the sauce is really simple. What you need is and I'm going to turn off my oven, a red pepper, and you can use, top that off, you can use any red pepper you can find. Traditionally in France, they use a red pepper called Capelonese. But in the States, it's not that hard to find, but it can be difficult. So you can substitute it with jalapeno. But I like red peppers because it gives it a little color. And what you're going to do is you're going to cut it in half and take the seeds out in the membrane. Throw it in a boiler, and you're going to get this black. When it turns black and bubbly, you're going to take it out, and look how easy this is. Oh, by the way, we're using also mussels in this. Delicious. Clams you can add as well. For you folks from the West Coast, yes, delicious. So anyways, we're going to add these two guys in there. We're going to take 2 garlic cloves and just peel them and crush them with your palm. You don't have to do too much work. You're going to use a blender. Now, if you don't have a small blender like I did, you can use a blender that is, the traditional bigger blender. That's fine. All right, you're going to take some white bread. So like a slice of white bread, and you're going to dump it in water like that. And you're going to soak it. You're going to take the crust off, by the way. You don't get it all off, it's no problem. But white bread, American white bread, if you're in overseas, any white, you can use baguette white, or you can use any white bread worldwide. But anyways. So give it a good squeeze with your hands, like that, and dump it in that blender as well. This is so easy. Get my, clean my hands a little bit there. Okay, so now we're going to add our egg yolk, and I did 2 egg yolks. It's okay to leave it out a little bit. And bring it to like pretty close room temperature. Now we're gonna get a little chili powder, and I'm gonna go easy with this. I'm just gonna put just a tad. Beautiful. Okay. Now, I got all that. Where's my olive oil? Get a nice extra virgin olive oil. And actually, before I do that, I'm going to blend this very briefly, just to chop it up. this is going to be a blooper. Okay, let's see if I can get it loose. You know, it always happens to me. There we go. Beautiful. Look at that color. It's just gorgeous. All right, let's tighten that up. Okay. Now, we're going to open this again. And the way I'm showing you is really easy. We're going to just drizzle about, half a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons of olive oil in there. Now, if you're doing it in a big blender, just slowly add and keep it going. And what you want to do is get it to like a mayonnaise consistency. So this is the easy way, by the way. So by the way, I'll edit all the out. All right, let's add a little bit more olive oil. You're going to add probably about 1/3 of a cup of olive oil. But you're going to do it in portions, okay? Don't go crazy and add it all at once. There we go. Turn it, turn it, turn it, turn it, turn it. And let's go for it. Let's see how that looks. Oh, that's getting good. I think we're going to need a little bit more. There we go. That'll probably be enough, I hope. All right. Well, it's getting thicker. I'm liking that. And look at that beautiful color. I'm going to just add a little bit more. There we go. And that definitely will be the last hurrah on it. All right. Let's see how that looks. Oh, did you see that drop? Oh, that's getting really lovely. Getting a little thick there. I'm liking that. I'm going to drop a little bit more olive oil, just a tad. That's it. So you see, the key is doing it a little bit at a time. Now, if you're doing it a big one, just slowly add it, and then you'll see it form quickly. You're asking, why am I doing it in a small one? It's just easier to scoop it out. And that's the trick. All right, that should do it. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, that's it. So, it's like a mayonnaise. You see that? Hope you did. Well, how about I do this? Look at that. See how that is? All right, sauce is done. Look how easy that is. And you see how it's reddish? That's what you want. That's why they call it rouille. Rouille in French, in English, means rust. So yeah, that's our rust sauce for our beautiful bouillabaisse. Okay, so we're gonna pause this a minute because I need to chop my onion, slice my fennel, very thinly. And if you're going to need some tomatoes, you can get tomatoes from your garden and boil them, you know, do the cross on top and skin them. Or you can get these beautiful Italian tomatoes. And they're wonderful. Again, check my ingredients list. I'm going to chop this and we're going to get cooking. So hang in there. All right, we're back. Okay, so I chopped all that fennel and onions, and I'm just going to add some olive oil, about 2 tablespoons. Not even. About a tablespoon and a half. And I'm going to bring that up. I'm going to bring my beautiful fennels that I chopped, my onions, and I'm just going to drop all that in there. And not be shy. Not be shy at all. In the meantime, zest an orange, about 2 to 3 inches of zest, and put it aside. Now, I'm going to bring this to a medium heat, and I'm going to saute it till it's just like a little bit golden, the onions. Put that to the side there. My tomatoes, got my pastis. By the way, pastis is from the south of France. It's like the most common drink if you're in the south of France to drink. It's refreshing, it's wonderful, and it's beautiful with bouillabaisse. So we're going to use that tonight. You can find it in liquor stores. You might have to look a little bit, but in the States, but you will find it at really good liquor stores. Okay. Meantime, I'm going to wait for this to come up. I'm going to get my fish, and I am going to chop. I'm going to get my fish, and I'm going to cut it into bite-sized pieces, and we'll be right back. So we're going to bring this up 2 to 3 minutes. That'll give me time to chop up my sea bass and my cod. Any firm fish will work. You know, just experiment with different fishes, but you know, the better the fish. Oh yeah, only firm fishes though. All right, we'll be right back. All right, we're back. Okay, so this is nice. About 5 minutes on a medium low. Depending on your stove. If it runs hot, put it on medium low. So start low and come up. All right, I chopped up my fish. I'm going to put it in the fridge till I'm ready to use that. Gotta keep it cool. Oh, and my mussels are on ice, so I'm okay with that. Okay, now I'm going to take my pastis, and the brand I'm using is Ricard. So that's what that looks like. Excellent. And oh my gosh, I'm going to drop about a third of a cup in there. And I'm going to stir that, and oh, the smell, amazing. Just smells delicious. Okay, now that'll evaporate pretty quickly. Now, if you don't drink alcohol, you can leave that step out. That's simple. All right, now I'm going to add my tomatoes, and I'm going to drop that in, 1 pound, and I'm going to crush that in with a wooden spatula. Oh, you could use any spatula you want. Now I'm using a heavy based pan, and that's really necessary. But you can use different things, you know, like a copper heavy pan is excellent with this. You know, something just really that, you know, will absorb the heat and do an even heat. All right. Beautiful. You see how easy that is? I don't have to chop it. I just use this And now we're gonna bring that to a simmer and medium heat again, and do that for about 5 minutes. And then we're gonna start adding some magic to it. So hang in there, we'll be right back. Okay, so we got a nice boil, simmer. And stir that in. Oh, everything is smelling so wonderful. So now it's really easy. I'm going to take my fish stock, and I'll do a separate video on how to make fresh fish stock. But if you don't have the time, it's okay. Just find a very good quality fish stock, and you can find it. Now, I'm going to drop that in, my orange zest, my bay leaf. I'm going to drop that in. Drop that orange zest. And now I am going to drop Herb de Provence, which is an herb from the south of France. And this is without the lavender flower. And I'm just doing 2 good pinches of that. And then what Bouillabaisse is famous for. The Pastis in Marseille, which is in the south of France, a city, and Saffron, the most expensive herb you can buy. It's actually a flower. And we're just going to take a pinch of that and drop it in there. Maybe a little extra. There we go. And that's all we need. Now we're just going to let that sit and come to a boil slowly. It's very important. And then we're going to lower the temperature to a simmer and a slow boil for 10 minutes. And we'll be back. And yes, this is an amazing dish. You'll love this. I promise you. Everybody I make it for changes their lives. Hang in there. I just want to show you a close-up what this beautiful sauce is looking. Rich red from the saffron and tomatoes, and yeah, amazing. All right, we're back, and oh my gosh, this is beautiful. Now what I'm going to do is take out my bay leaf. Oh, there we go. And now I am going to blend it and just turn off the heat. Use an apron. Just, save some clothes. Trust me, prior experiences. I'm getting pretty good that I never really spill anymore on me, but it's better to have an apron. So I'm just going to blend this now. Now, you can take this out. If you don't have one of these blenders, you can put it into, a blender and pour it back in, or heck, what's the other thing called? I don't remember, but it's okay. This is really great. Okay, I blended that pretty good. Now, very important, we need to season it. So grab your black pepper. I like to use coarse black pepper, and I do 2 good pinches. This will serve 6 people, by the way. Now, I'm going to take some sea salt, and I'm going to put it 1 good pinch, like that. I'm going to stir that. I wish you could smell this. It's just amazing. The Ricard, which is just an amazing flavor in this, and the saffron. All right, let's taste this. Very good. Needs a little bit more salt, not much. Maybe a pinch. All right. And I'm going to stir that. Now I'm going to put the heat back on. And we're going to add the rest of the magic. So let's do the heat. I'll hear it. Let's see. Oh, there it goes. Okay, I'm going to put on a medium heat. I'm going to get my fish. I'm going to get my mussels, all those goodies, and bring them over. And, oh my gosh, we're going to add everything. But I'm going to wait that it kind of starts to stir a little bit before I add everything. Now, my dungaree, pinchers here, they're already pre-cooked. So I will add those last. But everything else I'm going to add, and I'm going to cook it for 5 minutes. But I want to wait for this to come to a gentle simmer. And I'm going to drop it in there, and it's going to come to a gentle simmer again, and then wait 5 minutes. Boom! Then you're done. You just serve it. And you serve it with sliced bread. Look at that. The rouille that we made. And people will just top that bread with that sauce and dip it in there. You want to use some kind of bowl. A wider bowl is nice. But I'll show you how that looks like. Okay, I'm going to garnish it with some fennel. And it's going to be beautiful. All right. I'm coming to a boil. So I'm going to drop my beautiful tiger shrimp in here. Boom. I'm going to add all this crab. Crab. All this fish. Now it's important, you don't want to overcook this. You don't want to cook this more than 5 minutes once it comes to a simmer. So now I'm going to add my mussels, which I cleaned, by the way. By the way, if you tap them and they don't open, they're no good. Throw them away. I'm going to drop all these beautiful mussels in here. And I pre-check these. Now once it's cooked, if you have any mussels that are completely closed and don't open, they're no good. So tell your guests, or pick them out yourself, which is what I did. I check. Anyways, let's add these guys in. Oh, beautiful mussels. Okay. Now, I'm going to stir that in. Oh, look at that. And I'm going to cook this about 5 minutes once it comes to a simmer. So don't be too excited. Wait till it comes to a light simmer. And once it comes to a light simmer, I'll actually add the crabs. But it shouldn't take too long. I got it on a medium heat. It should probably take about, I don't know, less than a minute to come to that temperature. But when it does, you want to make sure that everything, all the fish, all the mussels are covered. Okay? And we'll be back. You know, I appreciate you guys' patience, but I figure you don't want to wait for me to bring everything to, well, actually, it's already come to that. Yeah, see the stirring. Okay. I'm just gonna drop these crabs in there. I'll take about 5 minutes to warm them up anyways. Now, remember, the bouillabaisse was what the fishermen in the south of France had left over. So if they traditionally it was scorpion fish, monkfish, and I better be careful because it depends. Like in Paris they'll add lobster. But in my opinion, there is no wrong rule. You can add lobster, you can add crabs, you can add clams, you can add whatever you want. And seafood, and it's beautiful, it's delicious, it works so well. just work different, you know, like I even done once, I know, octopus, and it was delicious. But the octopus I cooked separately, it takes longer. But anyways, whole different story there. But anyways, we'll be right back. Hang on.
And it is amazing. Look at this. Get a close-up of this. Look how beautiful this is. The shrimp, tiger shrimps, and mushroom, the beautiful, oh my gosh, sea bass and cod, saffron. It all makes it wonderful. It is beautiful. Now, listen, remember to serve it with sliced bread. I showed you how to make that beautiful rouille, which people are going to put that rouille on the bread and drop it into the sauce. I recommend a nice chilled rosé, good quality. You want to go dry. And let's serve this. Oh my gosh. Let me show you how beautiful this is. And add all that fish, all that sauce. And then to garnish it, just, let me clean that up. Look how messy it was. Okay, let's clean that up. No big deal. All right. And then I'm just gonna add some of that funnel on the side just to give it a pretty, look at that. Look how beautiful that is. Oh my gosh. And then I'm gonna serve it. And now listen, another suggestion, have an empty bowl for the empty mussels once people eat it. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Bon soirée, bon appétit. Please subscribe if you like this. Share with the world. That's fine. And like it if you like it. But please, most importantly, try this because it is delicious. Bon appétit.